So official records were important. Britishers used to keep the record of each and everything, and then the surveys came. So surveys were also important. British believed, उनको ये लगता था जब ये रूल करने आए इंडिया में, so they felt that any area can be ruled, any country can be ruled only if they know the places properly. ठीक है, कि इंडिया को तभी रूल कर सकते हैं वो अगर उनको पूरे इंडिया का अच्छे से पता हो. So for that detailed surveys were being carried out. Surveys करते थे वो, surveys like revenue surveys, tax surveys, टू नो द टोपोग्राफी, क्लाइमेट कैसा है, सॉइल कैसी है, प्लांट्स कैसे हैं, एनिमल्स कैसे हैं, लोकल हिस्ट्री क्या है वहाँ की, एंड द क्रॉपिंग पैटर्न, एग्रीकल्चर कैसा है. सो दीज काइंड ऑफ सर्वेज वर डन बाय द ब्रिटिशर्स टू स्टडी the type of climate, soil, everything. And when they used to do these surveys, the written records उनके पास होते थे that they used to preserve. Census operation began to held after every 10 years. कि जो होते जनगणना होती है जिसको the population count, so produced record of the people such as number, caste, religion and occupation. There were many other surveys too, like botanical survey जो plants का होता है, zoological survey जो animals का होता है, archaeological survey जो ancient things का होता है, and forest surveys also, that what kind of wildlife are there in that area. Okay, so this was also one source of studying the history कि surveys किए जाते थे Britishers के by the Britishers. Then the last topic is what official records do not tell. So I told you that it is always the perspective which they want to show. अब Britishers ने अपनी perspective show की है because they were highlighted that time. They had the records, उनको अपने means they used to keep the record of each and everything. बट ऐसे थोड़ी था कि उस टाइम पे ब्रिटिशर्स ही थे, जो इंडियंस थे वो थे ही नहीं. उनका भी तो कुछ लाइफस्टाइल था, उनके भी कुछ ऑक्यूपेशन थे, but they were not in the picture anywhere. Why were they not in the picture anywhere? Because उनके पास कोई recording था ही नहीं, उनके पास written officials, because they were not so clever, they were not so literate that time, educated नहीं थे. So that's why there is absence of Indian perspective. ठीक है, वहां मतलब कि एक इंडियन पर्सपेक्टिव जो है वो नहीं हमें दिखता है. वाई? बिकॉज पीपल वर नॉट सो एजुकेटेड दैट टाइम. हिस्ट्री रिटन अकॉर्डिंग टू द पर्सपेक्टिव, की हिस्ट्री जो लिखी जाती है वो पर्सपेक्टिव से लिखी जाती है. कौन सा पर्सपेक्टिव हाईलाइट करना है? अगर ब्रिटिशर्स ने लिखी है तो ऑब्वियसली ब्रिटिशर्स विल हाईलाइट देयर पर्सपेक्टिव कि उन्होंने क्या क्या किया इंडिया में आके. बिकॉज बट एट दैट टाइम द पीपल, इंडियन पीपल वर ऑल्सो देयर, बट एब्सेंस ऑफ इंडियन पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट. Official records tells us what the officers thought. Official records हमें ये पता लगता है कि what the Britishers thought that time, what they were interested in, and what they wished to preserve for posterity. What do you mean by posterity? Underline this word here on page number 7, posterity. Posterity means all future generation of the people. Means what they want to preserve for their future generations. They wanted people to know कि future generations के जो लोग हैं उनको हमारे बारे में पता लगना चाहिए. That's why they used to preserve each and everything. So history must be looked from other perspective also, but ऐसा नहीं है कि history एक ही side की होती है. There is every coin has two sides. So there is another side also. So diaries of people, we found that some people who wrote, who were educated, they wrote diaries of also diaries of people, accounts of pilgrims. जैसे चाइना से आए थे जो क्या था उनका नाम, you must have read in 7th class. There were 3 pilgrims ना that came from China. क्या उनका नाम था पता नहीं, Zhang Shang, कुछ ऐसे something different names were there. And travelers, autobiographies of important personalities, etc., ideas of leaders and reformers, poets and novelist work. Yet the history lacks the perspective of what official records do not tell. Official records सिर्फ हमें British history की ज़्यादा highlight करते हैं, ज़्यादा उनकी importance बताते हैं. But क्या lacking है उसमें? The history lacks the perspective of peasants, small farmers, workers, and tribals. Getting to know their lives was a more difficult task. बिकॉज उनके पास उनके रिकॉर्ड कुछ भी नहीं था, उनका रिकॉर्ड नहीं था. इट इज ओनली द वर्बल कम्युनिकेशन दैट पास फ्रॉम द जनरेशन टू जनरेशन. ठीक है, उनसे थोड़ी बहुत पता लगती है. अदरवाइज द थिंग्स दैट वी डग आउट फ्रॉम द अर्थ, अदरवाइज देर इज नो सच ऑफिशियल रिकॉर्ड ऑफ द थिंग्स. प्लीज म्यूट योरसेल्फ, हु इज अनम्यूट. So this is about the chapter that you need to know. Okay, again I'm telling you, surveys, official records क्या नहीं बताते हैं, the peasants and the tribal history. Someone is unmute, please. Sanchi Bansal, why don't you take care? Okay, so what is colonial? What is colonization? Then how do we periodize in James Mill, the British, he wrote the book, which book he wrote, History of British India. And what is the British period classification of Indian history? They divided the history the Hindu, Muslim and British periods. But then again, it was divided by the Indian historians. That was ancient, medieval, and modern. So on figure 3, page number 3, figure 3 is important. Warren Hastings became the first Governor General of India in 1773. Okay. Then here also on page number 2, figure 2, last line, third son of Queen Victoria of Britain, Prince Arthur, who was given the title Duke of Connaught. So, who was given the title Duke of Connaught? Prince Arthur. Okay, and on the very first page, figure 1, who produced the first map of India? James Rennell in 1782. So, these kind of small questions you have to do. Okay, now the last chapter that we are left with. So, with that, our syllabus will be complete. So that is the geography chapter. All of you take out your geography books now. We have 10 minutes. We can start up.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
मैम जो ये वाला चैप्टर है, ये लैंड सॉइल वाटर वाला, व्हाई डू सॉरी द इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और इससे पिछले वाला जो हमने किया था मैम, ये तीन है जिनमें से सिर्फ सोर्स बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस आने हैं.
No, only 2 chapters are extensive. Indian Constitution and how, when and where. Only 2 chapters extensively. Only 1 mark question and source based question. Source based question only from the Indian Constitution. Other all chapters will come complete with back exercises, all the assignments. Only 2 chapters are there for extensive. Indian Constitution, for prepare it for 1 mark, and source based, and how, when and where only prepare for 1 mark. Okay, no back questions from Indian Constitution and this how, when and where. But this chapter in details. Other all chapters in detail, including the back question, back exercises, assignments, extra questions, everything. Anything can come for anywhere, and map is also included, the world map. If you remember, on the first chapter we had done, I told you to locate some countries on the world map. So that map will also come for 3 marks. Okay, now come to the last chapter that we are going to start. Land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resources. So the first chapter that we started in geography was resources. Okay, resources is anything which is important, which has value, which has utility. Okay, now there is further. So that is what is the land resource, क्या है हमारी country के पास, soil resource कैसा है, water कैसा है, natural vegetation means what kind of plants do we have, and what kind of animals do we have. Okay, though this chapter is simple, but some points are important here. Now see, I'll not read out the complete chapter, okay, but you can do so. So I will just tell you the important points. So the first heading is land. Come in on the land on page number 9. Okay, underline, take this box also. Do you know 90% of the world population occupies only 30% of the land area. ठीक है, so what they say that जितनी भी हमारी world population है, also out of the 100% land area, we occupy only 30% of the land area. So how much land and how much water do we have? Earth is how much percentage of water?
Ma'am, 75% of water.
Yes, around 75. 75% water is there, and the land which we have, जितना हमारे पास लैंड है धरती पे, उसमें से भी ओनली 30% ऑफ द लैंड इज इनहैबिटेड. अदर्स आर फॉरेस्ट, डेजर्ट्स, okay, barren lands are there where the people do not stay. So only 30% of the land area. This is important. Underline this. Land is among the most important natural resource. It covers only about 30% of the total area of the Earth's surface, and all the parts of this small percentage are not habitable. ठीक है, 70% water है, 30% land है on the earth, and from this 30% also all the land area is not inhabitable, means people do not live there. Some areas are like that where which are not fit for the habitation. So why they are not fit for the habitation? The uneven distribution of population. This is also important, underline this line, second paragraph. The uneven distribution of population, कि population इतनी uneven क्यों distributed है, कहीं पे बहुत ज्यादा population है, कहीं पे बहुत कम है, कहीं पे बिल्कुल भी लोग नहीं रहते हैं, क्यों ऐसा? It is mainly due to varied characteristics of land and climate, because we do not have same type of land and climate at every place. हर जगह का अपना land है, अपना climate है. The rugged topography, rugged means the rough, not even, not smooth. जहाँ पे ऐसे ऐसे means the plains are not there, the the rough lands are there. Okay, so rough type of plain land, rough type of land, steep slopes. Steep slopes means very steep. Okay, when you climb the mountains, so that is called steep. So very steep slopes are there of the mountains. Low lying areas susceptible to water. कुछ बहुत ज्यादा low lying areas है जहाँ पे थोड़ी सी भी बारिश होती है तो वो भर जाते हैं, so floods आ जाते हैं. Okay, so these kind of areas. Then this logging, to waterlogging. Waterlogging means when water is filled into the area and it doesn't go, मतलब ज्यादा वो जो ground है वो soak नहीं करती है water को, that is called waterlogging. So water stables, it becomes, it stands there. Then desert areas, thick forested areas are normally sparsely populated or uninhabited. Clear? So these are the areas. The reason क्या है? Because of the different, you can say, type of climate, type of land. Then some areas are susceptible to waterlogging, some areas are desert, some are very thick forested areas, so they are normally sparsely populated. What do you mean by sparsely? Sparsely means very thickly or thinly? Thinly.
I'm thinly
Thinly populated.
populated.
बहुत कम लोग वहाँ पे रहते हैं. Plains and rivers, valleys offer suitable land for agriculture. So ज्यादा लोग जो हैं तो वो plains में रहते हैं, rivers में रहते हैं, because it offers suitable land for agriculture. Hence, these are densely populated areas of the world. So rivers, river valleys and plains, they are densely populated, whereas the forest regions, desert areas, waterlogging areas, rugged topography land, so that they are all thinly populated areas. So you know the reasons why. Okay, because of the type of land and all. So that's why these are densely populated areas. Now see the land use. Land use means land is used for what all purposes. कि कौन से ऐसे जो activities हैं for which the land is used. So land can be used for agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads, and setting up of industries. That is known as termed as land use. Okay, so when land is used for all these activities, so you know that land is used for so many activities: agriculture, forestry, mining, building houses, roads, setting up of industries. So that is known as land use. So use of land is determined by कि कोई भी land किस चीज के लिए काम आएगा, वो कैसे हम, that is determined by which factor. So there are some factors that are known as physical factors and human factors. Underline this line here on page number 10 under land use, second paragraph. The use of land is determined by physical factors. Physical factors कौन से हो गए? Climate, topography. Topography is climate only. Okay, the type of land, soil, climate, minerals, and availability of water. So these are physical factors. Okay, and human factors also determine the land use, such as population and technology. कि कितनी population है वहाँ पे, कितना labor available है, and what kind of technology do they have. Because for mining हो गया, agriculture हो गया, they are all based on technology. कि अगर उनके पास proper tools होंगे, then only they will be able to do those road तभी बना पाएंगे if they have the tools, if they have the machines. So population is also, it also matters, and technology also matters. So use of land is determined by two factors: physical factors and human factors. And land can also be classified on the basis of ownership. Ownership की उसे आप कैसे, how can you categorize, classify land? On page 11, the very first line, underline this one. Land can also be classified on the basis of ownership. Ownership means that who owns the land. It can be a private land or it can be community land. Private land ki mera personal land hai, and community lands means it is of the public land or it is the government land. Okay. Private land is owned by individuals, whereas community land is owned by the community. Clear? And community lands are also called common property resources. Underline this line here, very important. CPRs. Okay, common property resources. जितने भी residential जो colonies होती हैं, वहाँ पे जो parks होते हैं, जो parks, public parks होते हैं, they all public parks are CPRs. That is common property resources. So private land is owned by individuals, but community land is owned by the community for common uses like collection of fodder, fruits, nuts, or medicinal herbs. These community lands are also known as common property resources. So what are CPRs? CPRs are common property resources which are owned by the community and they can be used by the community for the common uses like collection of fodder, कि वहां से वो अपने एनिमल्स के लिए ग्रास भी काट के ले जाते हैं, या फिर अगर वहां पे कोई फ्रूट ट्रीज लगे हैं तो दैट फ्रूट्स आर आल्सो एनीबॉडी कैन गो एंड टेक nuts and medicinal herbs. So anybody can come and take because these are common property resources which are open to all and anyone from the public can come and use this. Okay. I'll share Google Form once again. Just wait. Few minutes again. Yes, Jannat has written the names of 3 Chinese places. Very good. Faxian, Aizing, and Zhuangjiang. Yes, nice names. Okay, yes, all of you, those who are left for filling the form, please fill it. Okay, now see the next, there is one table given in your book also. So see figure 2.1 also. Figure 2.1 में क्या दिया है? Salzburg in Austria. Where is Austria? Can anyone tell me? Where is Austria? Austria is a country. Where it is? Can anyone tell me? Huh? Yes?
Europe.
Yes,
Europe.
it is in Central Europe. It is in Europe near Switzerland. Very good. Okay, so you can see here, notice in how many ways the land has been used in the above picture. ठीक है, उस पिक्चर में देखो कि farms भी हैं, rivers भी है, then this industries are also there, then residential areas are also there. So many things are there in which the land has been used for different things. Okay, it is in Austria. Now see this table 2.1. So in this table 2.1, what is important is I will not ask the country wise distribution of Australia में cropland कितना है, pasture कितना है, forest कितने हैं, other use कितने हैं. But only thing is important, that is the world, the last row. World is important here. Okay, you tick this one, world. So in the world, how much percent of the cropland is there? 11%. ठीक है, 11% cropland है, 26% pastures. What is pasture?
Ma'am, where the cattle graze.
Yes, you can say the grasslands. The grasslands are known as pastures. So in the world, how much percentage? It is 26%. ठीक है, forest area कितना है world में? 31%.
31.
Yes, 31% of the world area is the forest area and other uses 32%. So out of this, world is important. Okay, I can ask you for 1 mark of the world. I will not ask you of the country, but country में you should know about India. India mark कर लो. At least you should know about India where we are living. So in India, we have 57% cropland, 4% pasture, 22% forest area, and other use 70. Other use is not important.